in Rajasthan. My initial years were there, and then I began all my education here. My hobbies are I don't have much hobbies to describe, but I like to read books. I like to listen songs, and as we all know, as we all do, I like to watch movies, and I like to listen to people speaking in podcasts. And I have grown up listening to people. Um, so I like to listen others. So my so my topic of today's seminar is middle year. So as brilliantly discussed by her, the external year, the continuation of external year is our middle year, and continuation of middle year we get internal year. So inner year. So this middle year, we can imagine this room as a middle year, and imagining the right ear, the beside room can be imagined as the external ear, and this can be imagined as the inner ear. So we have a small model of inner ear here. So I would like to start. So the middle ear is also called as tympanic cavity or tympanum because it has the tympanic membrane on its lateral side. Now the shape of this middle ear, it is cuboid in shape, and being cuboid, the lateral and the medial wall are very big and the other walls are small. Lateral and medial walls are large and the other walls are narrow. And the coronal section of this middle ear is biconcave in shape like a red blood cell. So here is a small picture describing how our middle ear cavity is. So if we imagine this room as a middle ear, we have 6 boundaries of our middle ear: lateral wall, medial wall, roof, floor, anterior and posterior wall. And this middle ear, it is a air-filled space, air-filled cavity, and it is present in the petrous part of the temporal bone. The middle ear has communications anteriorly and posteriorly. This is the anterior part of the middle ear. Anteriorly, it connects with the nasopharynx through the eustachian tube via the tubal opening, and posteriorly it connects to the masted antrum and the masted air cells via the radiatus to the masted antrum. So this is the radiatus to the masted antrum in the posterior wall. This is the lateral wall, this is the medial wall, and this is right middle ear. This is anatomical position of the middle ear. And then boundaries. We have 6 boundaries: roof, floor, anterior, posterior, lateral and medial. The roof is also called as the tegmental wall because we have tegment tympani, small bone present over the roof. The floor is also called as jugular wall because just below the floor we have internal jugular vein.
So that below what is the jugular?
This is internal jugular vein and this is the tegment tympani bone. So these are roof and floor. Anteriorly, the anterior wall is also called as carotid wall because we have internal carotid artery. This red one is internal carotid artery. The posterior wall is also called as masted wall because posteriorly it is connecting to masted air cells and masted antrum. So it is also called as masted wall. Laterally, the lateral wall is also called as the membranous wall because we have our membranous, tympanic membrane present in the lateral wall. The medial wall is also called as labyrinthine wall because it connects to the inner ear, and there we have cochlea and all the bony prominences are present inside, so it is called as labyrinthine wall. So these are boundaries, and this is a small picture same as this model is present. This is a picture of middle ear. Now if we talk about the roof is a small thin bony layer formed by the tegment tympani bone, and it separates the middle cranial fossa from the middle cranial cavity. So here we can have an applied aspect. Any infections from middle cranial fossa, they can come into our middle ear via this thing if this is ruptured. And then the floor is formed by a thin bone present, and near the medial wall we have an aperture. Near the medial wall we have an aperture. From there one nerve comes. So tympanic branch of glossopharyngeal cranial 9 nerve comes here, and it will form the tympanic plexus in the medial wall. It is a part of tympanic plexus. And then this floor separates middle ear cavity with the internal jugular vein. Again we can have applied here, the infection can spread if this is ruptured. And then anterior wall, this is the anterior wall. So the upper part of the anterior wall has an opening for tensor tympani muscle, and the middle part has an opening for auditory tube or tubal opening which has Eustachian tube.